Hey, you guys, it's Veda again, and yes, I am back. The whole 6:30 thing on Source Nation kind of didn't work out to where I wanted to actually speak to you guys. I'm actually not on the Larry Love show tonight, so I wanted to come and talk to you about a couple of things that somebody had written in to ask me about. There were a couple of questions. Now, I'm not going to name the person, but I did have a friend who was given a fitness gift for a month for free, right? So my friend was given this card, this fitness card for free, and what she wanted to know was some tips as far as lifting. She'd never been a person to lift, and what she had heard through a bunch of rumors, which was crazy, was that if she would lift weights, then she would end up being, looking like a man. So I initially really didn't know how to take that because I lift a lot, and I really don't feel like I look like a man. And I hope my husband don't feel like that either. But I wanted to give some tips. I have 10 tips for somebody who is actually new to the gym, so that you can kind of get started. And thank you, girl. How you doing, Bree? I'm sorry. I'm not giving your Facebook name. My bad. So, yeah, I do want to tag her in the video. Anyway, these are some tips that I've found for a beginner who is new to the gym and also kind of new to lifting weights, okay? So I hope you guys will rock with me and take these and use these tips so that your fitness journey can be a little bit easier for you. Let me see. Let me see. So you already know that you should be working. The first thing is you should be working out at least, Naya. Okay, thank you. Girl, you know I ain't know how to say that. Anyway, first thing is you should be working out at least 3 to 4 times a week. Now, when somebody's new to the gym, sometimes what people do who hadn't worked out in a long time, they want to go 5 and 6 times a week and try to be in there almost every day. Well, that's not good. After you've worked a muscle group, you have to give that muscle group a chance to repair and regenerate. So that's why I advise 3 to 4 times a week. And also that 3 to 4 times a week should be what allows you to make working out become a habit. Now, 3 to 4 times a week is for the lifting. I ain't talking about your cardio. We haven't even gone there yet. Like, your cardio is what you use to burn the fat, right? Strength training can be used to do the same thing, but your cardio is what you're going to use pretty much predominantly to lose the weight. Because if you've ever seen a person who, started working out and they go to the gym, right, and they're just doing strictly cardio, no strength training at all, have you ever noticed that their skin's hanging a lot more than it would be if they were doing some strength training? Well, that's an issue I don't want you to have if you're just starting, your fitness journey and you made some resolutions and you really don't know where to begin, and maybe somebody gave you a little gift of, a 30-day workout for free and you don't know where to start. Let me see. That was my first tip. Make sure that, you work out enough to where it becomes a habit. 21 days of doing anything should become a habit for you. But break those days up. Like, say, for instance, if you lift, you do your shoulders, your back, and your triceps one day. Don't do that the next day. Give those muscles a rest so they can regroup and regenerate, because the muscles are built and will rebuild, because in the workout you break them down. And once you feed them the protein and the amino acids and the things they need to grow, then the muscle is rebuilt, right? So that is what I want you to get about this. Don't work out and do a total body every day. That is not going to work for you. What that's going to do is probably get you injured more so than anything. So I would hope that, that would be something that you need to, kind of get ingrained into your brain. I don't have to work out every single day to reach my fitness goals. Another thing is, you got to learn how to control your lifts. If you're a person and you have to incorporate strength training. We already talked about that. You have got to incorporate some strength training. So if what you're trying to do is to lose some weight and stay shapely all at the same time, you have to incorporate the cardio and the strength training, okay? So don't just do one and don't do the other one. Either, some people I know will go straight in the gym, won't warm up or anything, and they'll just start lifting. That is insane. Never do that. Always warm up and always do some cardio. You can do the cardio at the front end for maybe 15 minutes and at the back end of your workout for maybe 15 minutes. Either way, you need to do some cardio, okay? You need to warm those muscles up so that when you lift, you're ready to get it in, okay? All right. Hey, Brian. Hey, Andy. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for all coming. If you just came in, I'm actually speaking about beginners when you first start working out in the gym, because some people haven't been for a while and, they kind of forget, the things that they need to do to get started. So we're on number 2, actually. Well, the first one was work 3 to 4 times a week. Don't try to work out every day and do a total body every day. That's not going to work for you. Okay. So now that we got that back out of the way, let's see. I also need for you to control your lifts. Okay. That means what you need to do when you go in to lift. Sometimes isolating a muscle can be what you need to do, like break it down into muscle groups. So say, for instance, you're working on your biceps, right? So what you need to do to see the results that you want to see is to hit the biceps from different angles, do different exercises, and all those things so that you can see what you want to see. Don't just do the same bicep curl every time. Besides the fact that you're going to get bored and you're not going to want to do a lot of them, you're not going to see what you want to see faster because you're going to do more reps. You're going to be excited to get to the next move and things like that. So working out is like actually, a mental game too, because there is such thing as a mind-muscle connection, okay? And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But so like I said, you want to see, the key is what you want is muscle growth. So if you're working the same muscle group, doing a whole bunch of different exercises, in varying your moves, that's going to keep you excited, keep you hungry, and keep you wanting to work out. So that's another thing that I wanted to leave you with. That was my number 2. Let me see. Now, when you go to the gym, you can totally, easily be distracted. So if you're new to going to the gym, what you're going to have to do is start focusing on what you want to get, okay? And what you can do if you're really, really new is, what I found when I'm training somebody that's new, doing combo moves is what's best. So if I got you for an hour and I need to work a few different muscle groups, doing a combination move like laying on your back and doing a bridge and doing your chest press that way, that'll get you, firing up your hamstrings and get your chest incorporated in the workout, and that usually helps. So let me see. I do. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. This is actually the Right Workout again with Veda. The show earlier today was one that I'd done recently, and I wanted to come on and give you some tips live so that you can ask me questions if you need to right now. Hey, Larry Love, just getting over the flu. Don't go work out yet. You still got germs, and nobody wants that, okay? And remember this, sometimes people go to the gyms, and you know how you go to, like, I ain't going to put nobody on blast, but some people go to some gyms to where you have to get your little towel and wipe off all the mess. Well, when you wipe off, your stuff, the person that, may have been, on there before you, they may not have wiped off the machine, because I've seen people just totally walk off. Remember, wipe the machine off before you use it. Wipe it off again after you use it. Just be nice, okay? Let me see. Another one of the tips that I wanted to let you in on if you're new to the gym and you're just starting to lift, form is key. So don't go to the gym because you saw somebody doing an exercise a particular way and think you know how to do it. Because your form is a big deal. So any lift that you're doing, you are supposed to have a little bit of an arch in your lower back, but your chest should be up and your chin should be up at all times. So if you're going overhead with a press, right, or even with a chest press, your neck should be in neutral, to where if you're holding back here and you can feel any stress or strain in your neck is not in neutral, okay? So remember to always try to put your neck in neutral. And when you're doing your lifts, you should always keep your chest up and your chin up, okay? Now, something else, if you get too much of an arch in your back, like sometimes when people go to the gym and they're, showing off and they're sticking their butts out, and some of y'all ladies know y'all do it, okay? You do. it can be dangerous because, you know, you're hyperextending. And when you have added weight, besides your just regular body weight, you can cause yourself an injury in your lower back. And if you hurt that lower back, when I tell you, you're going to feel some particular way. One exercise that I've noticed, I've seen a lot of people at the gym do totally wrong, is a deadlift. And that is the one where you're standing up and you have the heavy weight in your hand and you're going down, you're leaning forward, and you're actually working on your glutes doing that exercise. Well, a lot of people want to arch their back like a little bit too much. You are supposed to lead with your chest and not your shoulders. So if you lead with your shoulders, you're going to hunch your back like here, and then you're going to really, really feel that in your lower back. So if you're hunching, you're going to feel your lower back. But if you pull it in, chest up, chin up, and you go down, let me just give you a nice, lovely example. So if you go down, your chest goes down first, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you as well. Hey, Rita, how you doing? Hey, Lakeitha, how you doing? Let me see. Lolita. Hi, Lolita. I've never met you. Thank you for joining me. So anyway, like I said, form is key. Keep that neck in neutral, chest up, chin up. And you'll do pretty well with your exercises. This is if you don't listen to anything else I say this entire time, know this. Eating clean is what's going to work the magic. So if you go to the gym and you lift and you do all these other things and you go home, you eat cheeseburgers and chips and french fries and all those things, you are never going to see what you want to see. You might actually build muscle though, but you will build muscle under a layer of fat that you do not want, right? That's a person that has let me see. Hey, Rita, how you doing? That you ever seen a person, like, I'm sorry guys, but I got to put y'all on blast because y'all really guilty of this. Got a big old beer belly, right? And now instead of going to do some cardio, this dude gonna go over here and lay on the mat and try to do some abs. Now he got this big layer of fat that he does not want, but he's gonna build a nice set of abs up under there. And that is, that right there just really gets on my nerves. So I don't want you guys to do that. And now that you know better, do better. So we won't be doing that, right? When you get ready to do your workout, know that you have to get some cardio because that's what's going to get those layers off, right? And then when you do the strength training, you feed those muscles properly, get the rest that you're supposed to get. The muscles will pop to the top and everything will sit up like everything. And that is a promise. But eating clean is the biggest thing. I mean, for better mental clarity, cutting out the processed sugars. Some people do better without meat. Some people, do better with meat. It depends on your blood type. And if you really want to go deep into that, there are some books that you can get called Eating Right for Your Blood Type. You can go to a dietitian or a nutritionist, and they can kind of tell you what's best for you and what works best for your blood type. I'm not a person that knows all that jive, but what I do know is your body will recognize any form of sugar as sugar. So guess what? When you eating fruit and you do that fruit smoothie thing, you know how you can go, oh, we doing fruit smoothies at the church. And you wondering why you're not losing any weight? Your body cannot detect the glycemic index of a processed sugar from a natural sugar. It sees all of it as sugar. So be mindful of those things. The beautiful thing about the fruit is, and I've shared this before, it has antioxidants. So there are, the positives. But then, too much of a good thing can be bad for you, okay? So just be mindful of your sugar intake because everybody always says, good abs are built in the kitchen. Yes, they are. But a good butt is, good calves, good thighs, all that good stuff, right? It's all built in the kitchen because eating clean is 80% of the whole ballgame. So if you're not going to do that, why even start the journey, right? It's like starting your car up and you just leave it in the garage and let it warm up and let it warm up and let it warm up. And you never actually take off, right? You don't want to do that. So before you do anything, make sure you got a handle on that food because if you are not successful in that area, everything else does not even matter. I am so serious. And the small things mean a lot as far as the food goes. So if you know there are several things that you do wrong, start picking one thing a week. Saying, okay, when I go grocery shopping, I ain't getting cookies. I'll get some kind of fruit, okay? I'm going to get a couple of veggies. Okay, I'm not going to eat as much fried foods. I'm going to cut back on the breads. Little things like that. My sugary drinks, I'm going to cut back. I'm not going to drink, go get the tea from McDonald's that's this big as $4. Yeah, you think I don't know? That's something that you need to cut out. You don't need all that. And besides that, people that, jump up in the morning and go straight to the caffeine. I got to have my coffee. I got to have my coffee. Well, you feel like you got to have that coffee, but if you get up on that caffeine high and by like noon, you're going to come right on down crashing. And that is what you don't want. So for sustained energy, it is best that you eat clean. And when I say eat clean, y'all got computers. You can Google it and see what I'm talking about. That is a big, big, big deal. Like I said, it's taking out the processed foods, and trying to eat more lean meats. Let me see, staying away from white flour, white sugar, and white rice. Those are things that you want to do. So that eating clean thing is huge. I'm serious. You got to make better choices. Like instead of having the pizza, why don't you have some green beans, grilled chicken breast, and some quinoa? That works, So if you need a little bit more help, I have a group. It's Wright Work Fitness group, and it's Body by Veda. And if you want to join the group, let me know. Send me inbox me or message me or something, and then I can tell you the instructions to get into the group. But for right now, let me see, what other tips do I have for you besides the eating clean? Now, when you're doing an exercise, if you're lifting like this, I don't know if you guys are just coming in, but this is for my people who are new to the gym. They're just going in, just starting to lift because they were scared they were going to look like a boy if they were a lady. And these are just tips for you to you guys can go back and look at the beginning of it. I don't want to go all the way back, but I'm going to give you a whole synopsis at the end of what I was speaking about. But listen to this. If you are doing a bicep curl, say you're doing this, right? Do you squeeze at the top of that move? Or do you just do it and bring it back down? Because, there's concentric movement and eccentric movement, okay? And you need to, be mindful of those things. So, if you squeeze at the top, the muscle has to work a little bit harder. Even when you're laying on the floor doing a bridge, you know how you bring your butt up off the mat and you're pushing through your heels? Even there, squeeze at the top as much as possible. Even with your squats, when you're going down into your squat and you come back up, squeeze. It makes the muscles work harder and you'll see your results a lot quicker. Trust me, I've done it all. Let me give you another tip. Let's see. This is a big one too. You have to learn from your mistakes. Now, if you're a person who kind of goes to the gym and you just like randomly go work out which body part you just pick randomly, you're a person who needs to start keeping a journal. Now, you can, get you a cute little journal somewhere. I happen to get one from one of my really, really great friends as a Christmas gift. So what I do is I write down what I eat. I write down my workout, what it's going to be for that particular day, and then I write down how it made me feel, right? So if I didn't eat the foods that gave me enough energy to sustain me through a particular workout, guess what? I got to revamp the whole thing. I need to do all of it all over again so that I can get out of my workout what I need. Now, sometimes I know you go and you say, oh, I've already had a full day. I went to work. The kids went to school. I did this. I did that. I went to pick up people from practice, and I had to do all these other things. Well, once you've done that, you have to make sure that you say to yourself, you know what? I got to give myself an hour of time to where, I go work out. Okay? And maximize it. When you're there, you have to think about the fact that I need to get everything out of this hour that I can get that's going to help me, be better. Because if you're not working at 100%, how are you going to help your kids? How are you going to help your family work at 100%? You can't do it, right? So at least when you do give yourself that time and you're not feeling guilty about it and you finally decide, like my friend Shawana Kennedy says all the time, you finally decide to put yourself first. Maximize that time and learn from your mistakes. Let me see. Once again, in case you didn't hear it, journal. Journal your food. Write down your workouts, and then see how it makes you feel. Keep track of what you do as far as your workout goes, and then that way, when it's time to move to a different weight, or it's time to try something different, vary your workouts or do some different exercises, you will know that. And it won't be that major for you, okay? So, once again, get you a journal. Keep up with what you're doing so that you can know when you need to change some things. All right. Now, back to the lifting. When you're lifting, finish every rep. Say, for instance, my recommendation usually when somebody's starting is 3 sets of 10 of whatever you're doing. And I recommend you trying to build lean muscle and not so much as a big muscle mass. You know, you'll know when you're ready for that sort of workout, but initially what you're gonna need to do is build lean muscle. So when you go in, you're not picking up the heaviest weight you can. Like, say, for instance, you're doing your shoulder press, right? And you're pushing up over your head. You don't need a super, super heavy weight for your shoulders. Not a big, crazy muscle, right? Now, with your back, you can go a little bit heavier. Even with your biceps, you can go a little bit heavier. In your chest, right? Bigger muscles, bigger weight. But don't get a weight that you cannot push up at least 10 times, 3 sets. That's the key. So before you even start working out, you need to figure out what your lightweight is. Max out, figure out what your heavyweight is. Don't use your super heavyweight, that one that you can only do 1 rep of. That's not the weight that you're going to use to actually do your workouts, right? You're going to go back maybe 10 to 20 pounds to pick up that weight that you can actually pick up and pull like at least 10 times. 3 sets of 10 is your goal. Now, and remember this too, the young lady that asked me to do this actually said she went in and she knows she did some things wrong and she was super, super sore. What's going to happen? If you hadn't worked out for a long time, you were going to be sore. Embrace it. Hot bath, Epsom salt, soak, going about your business. Now, what can help you a little bit, to keep from cramping so much is to intake some potassium. You can get that from kiwi. You can get it from bananas. You can buy it and take it. So however you get that, that will help you actually with the soreness and actually with the cramping. So those are things that are just going to happen. Okay? So don't worry about that. After you do it the first time, make sure it's not a week or 2 before you work out again. You're going to be sore all over again, just like you're starting all over. So unless you're sick, don't let there be huge gaps in between when you work out. Okay? All right, let me see. Oh, we were talking about finishing every rep. So, like I was saying, the biggest part is, like, a lot of people like to, do the concentric part, but they don't like the eccentric part. And that's the letting it down against the gravity. And that's the hard part where if you're doing a bicep curl, you want to shrug your shoulders and use some other muscles. Well, that's not what you need to do. Don't use other muscles when you're isolating a muscle. That is the muscle that you predominantly need to be using. So if I'm doing a bicep curl, right, I'm working my bicep. I'm actually working my bicep, which is this muscle right here. Okay, your tricep is here. This is your bicep. So if I'm doing a bicep curl and I'm working here, I want this muscle to contract, right? So if I'm doing this and I'm going here and there's no shoulder action, I am isolating my bicep. Now, if I do this because the weight's too heavy and I'm pulling my shoulders up, guess what's happening? I'm working my shoulders and my bicep. Ain't nobody trying to do them at the same time. So don't do that and hurt yourself. So if you have to do this when you're doing your bicep curl, that weight is too heavy. Okay? That weight is too heavy. You need to go down to where you're comfortable. Chest up, chin up, like we said, neck in neutral, right? Little bit of a curve in your spine, just a little bit. Lower part of your back. Curl that weight up to where you're not rocking and you have to use your hips to actually rock the weight up. That's when it's too heavy. Don't do all that. Don't go to the gym, show out, and hurt yourself, okay? It ain't even worth it. Then you're not going to want to go back. Then you're not going to reach your goals. Then you're going to start over next year in January and try to make some more resolutions because you ain't going to work out no more because you're going to say you got hurt when you was at the gym. So now that we got rid of all that, you can go and get back to working out. There's another thing. Once again, like I was talking about, this card, if somebody gave you a gift card to go to the gym for free and you don't really know what to do, you need to ask questions. Don't go during hours where there's no staff there, right? Those people are there for you to ask questions too. Now, they're only going to answer the basic questions. If you really have some questions and some issues that you need to be resolved, you need to get you a personal trainer. That's it. Period. Most gyms that you get memberships to offer personal trainers. Even if you get them for one session, you'll learn some things that you didn't know. Get one for one session. Get you a full body workout. Let that be your routine until you've conquered it. then change and do something different. Okay? You don't want to reach a plateau. So every day you go in the gym, you can't do the same thing over and over, because your body's going to be like, you know what? She going to go in there, get on the treadmill for 10 minutes, get on the stepper for 5. Then we're going to go over here. She's going to push the weight up over her head. She's going to lean forward, open arms up wide. She's going to do about 25 squats, blah, blah, blah. Your body's going to go, okay, so I'm not growing anymore. I'm not doing anything anymore, and that's fine. Okay? You don't want to do that. So, yeah, let's not. Okay? So, anyway, let me see. The mind-muscle connection. Big, big deal. So, if you're working out, say for instance, let me find some more muscle groups. You're working your chest area, right? When you're looking in the mirror, you ever see the people at the gym that look in the mirror and they are super, super, like looking hard, and you're like, this person is so vain, this person is so crazy. Well, that's not what they're doing. Most of the time, they're having a connection because they're looking at the muscle, concentrating on the muscle, actually watching the muscle move so that they can maximize the use of the muscle fiber in that area. So if it's chest, yeah, they're looking in the mirror and they're looking at their chest. And you ever seen people in the mirror and you're wondering why? Look at, he is really looking at. If you're doing tricep kickbacks, you want to see that muscle move so that you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that is a big, big deal. I love to do it. So if you see me in the gym, I'm going to be looking at myself. You can feel how you want to about it. But I like the muscle and mind connection that I get when I'm working out. I just do. It works for me. It makes me happy. Let me see. When you go to the gym, don't be intimidated. You're going to see people walking around in there, in their bras, in their little skinny pants. And if you go in there and you're feeling some type of way and you're like, I'm not physically where I want to be, I don't look like I used to, and I'm getting older, and this is hanging over this, and this is sagging here, and, all that whole thing. What you need to do is focus. Like you driving down the street. Stay in your lane. This is you. This is your fitness lane right here. You stay here because you don't know what this person over here that's working out with, no shirt on and belly all out. You don't know what they've gone through. It could be somebody who maybe had a surgery. They're just getting to the gym. Don't think about somebody else's journey. You concentrate on your journey. Focus on what you have to do. Go in the gym, handle your business, and go on about your business. That's what you have to do. So, hi. Oh, I didn't say hi to Becky. I didn't say hi to Bobby. How you doing, sweetie? I hate I wasn't around for your birthday, but I love you, though. Let me see. So, does anybody have any questions for me? Now, I'm sitting here looking at everybody say hi. Everybody saying hi. Angela Scott, you saying hi. Everybody's saying hello, but ain't nobody said nothing. Malakia, I know you have some questions because you ain't came to work out with me in a long time. And I'm going to need you to get back in here. So, I just wanted to go over some things with you in case you're going to the gym. You're starting your fitness journey and you are having a hard time, seeing the results that you want to see. Don't give up on your journey. Don't give up on, what it is, your end goal. Don't give up on that. What you got to do is start asking some questions and Google. Get online, find you some stuff. That works for everybody. So if somebody gave you one of these or somebody got you a membership to the gym, don't take it as an insult. Take it as, somebody loves you. Somebody cares enough about you to want to see you do better, want to see you be around for a long time. That's how you should take that. So let me see. Somebody did ask a question earlier. Latasha Stigall, how you doing? Hi, Lindsay. I hadn't seen you in a long, long time. Let me see. Hi, William Lewis. How you doing? Thank you guys for joining me. Miss Lily and Ollie Caradine, how you guys doing? Those are all my homies. Let me see. No. Let's see how we're going to do that. Let me see what I wanted to ask you. Let me see. Bobo, you might want to say something. Anybody got a question? I want to invite some of my friends to come on. see. Who else? Let's see. I'm glad you guys are joining me. Like I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. So, anybody got any questions? Let me see. Maybe Becky has one. Okay. Well, thank you. Let's see. I'm actually adding someone to the broadcast who is in my Body by Veda group. And hopefully she'll get on and she'll have a couple of things that she wants to say. Hey, Becky. How you doing? Let me see. Now, back to what we were talking about. So, to maintain the integrity in your resolution was really what the topic was going to be. So, if you are a person and you made all these resolutions, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna get to the gym, I'm gonna do all this, and you haven't even gotten started yet, what I want to ask you to do is to look around in your local area, find a gym that's open when it's convenient for you. Find some classes if you are a person who knows you need a group of people to talk bad about your instructor to, and I know some of you, and you know I'm talking about y'all. So if you're a person who needs group fitness, find you somewhere where you can take some cool classes. There are classes of every type. There are pole classes. There are cardio kickbox classes. There are boot camps everywhere. Trust me, everybody and their mama think they're a trainer now, so you shouldn't have a problem finding a trainer in your local area. So I do expect to hear back from you guys. Inbox me, let me know how you're doing in your journey, or if you want to join my group, Wright Work Fitness Body by Veda, shoot me a message and I'll get you hooked up and I'll let you know how you can join us. And Becky, thank you for always having something positive to say and sharing your workouts with everybody. Thank you for watching my workouts and actually doing them and telling me how they are. I do appreciate that constructive criticism, even though you never say anything bad. I appreciate you checking me out. And I want you guys to keep checking me out 6:30 on Thursdays for the Wright Workout, and also on the Larry Love Show at 7 o'clock on Fox Trap Radio. This weekend, if you're in the local area, well, not this weekend, actually Wednesday, the 24th, I'm going to be doing a free glow party. We'll be doing some, pardon the French if you don't like bad words, expletives, but I'm going to be doing some crunk ass cardio kickboxing. So if you want to be a part of that, please, you'll see the flyer on my page. So friend me on Facebook, Veda McNeal Wright, or check me out on my IG, which is Wright One Fitness. And you can come take that class. It's going to be free. So don't forget to check it out. If you guys want to come after my class, there's going to be a soca and reggae class, reggae music, and it's going to be soca dance. And you're going to love every second of that. I'm telling you, I'm sticking around for that whole thing. But if you know that's something you need to get a jump start. Don't feel crazy about asking questions. Do not feel crazy about, getting you a trainer. A lot of people just need to do better about asking questions. It does not make you stupid to ask a question about something that you're not familiar with, right? It makes you stupid if you don't ask, especially when you got somebody who's readily accessible to answer all your fitness questions and who loves doing it. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Rodney, thank you so much for logging on. Sorry I'm at the end of this. Hopefully you can go back and watch it and check it out. And you guys can, like I said, tune in on at 6:30. We'll be working out next time. I'm just talking this time, but we'll be working out because I did have an awesome person ask me for some tips as a beginner, just getting a new gym membership and wanting to learn how to lift weights. I did have someone who asked me these questions. Simone Surgeon. Hi, my sister. How you doing? So I hope you guys will take these tips. Let me see. I'm going to go back over them. As a beginner, you need to work out 3 to 4 times a week. Don't hit it every day. Thank you, Becky. You're so sweet. I told you always know what to say. 3 to 4 times a week. Make it a habit. At least, working out 21 days. And they don't have to be simultaneously, back to back to back. You just need to commit to doing 21 days in any particular month of a workout. Okay? Do that. It'll become a habit, and it will irritate the hell out of you when you miss a workout. That's how you know you fully in and, you're all the way, ready to go on this fitness journey. Hey, sis, how you doing? I miss you. We got to hang out sometime. I need some live music in my life, and you know where it's at. Trust it. Let me see. Control your lifts. Make sure you're lifting and isolating the muscles. Make sure you're not lifting too heavy for what your goal is. If you're not trying to bulk up and look crazy, which most people aren't trying to, light weights, lots of rest. That's what you need to do. Isolate your muscles, okay? Let me see. My other tip was don't get distracted. Try to do combination moves so that you can get the most bang for your buck. Get in there in that hour and get everything in you need to get done. Remember, don't just go in there and work on your butt or go in there and just work particularly on your stomach. If you know there are other areas of your body that you need to work on, okay? Don't do that. I know a lot of people just go, oh, I did 300 crunches, this day. Okay, that's great. What else did you do? Because most of the time when you're working out and you're trying to get that waistline, your butt where you want it to be, you got to work that waistline. You got to work over that butt and you got to work under that butt. Lower back, all the way around that waist, and your hamstrings and your quadriceps. You got to work all that. You can't just, you can't go, I just want to lose weight, around a little bit in my butt and I want my stomach to be flat. You can't do that. Most people want to do that thing. You cannot. You're going to lose a little bit of weight everywhere. The key is to use strength training to round that muscle out. Because a lot of people, I had clients that say, as soon as I start working out, the first thing that goes are my boobs and my butt. Okay, you might be right, but that's because you're not lifting. There are muscles in both those areas, right? And you can lift those. Hey, Andre, how you doing? I miss you. Tell Jen I said hi. Hey, Poppy, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Let me see. Once again, let me see. We're on tip number 4. Form is key. Don't go in the gym throwing up weights and doing things that you really don't have, the expertise in that area. So ask somebody. Belly fat. Stay away from white flour, white sugar, and white rice. Those things sit in your soft areas. Don't do abdominal work and not do cardio because then you're going to build a big hard gut. Okay, Poppy? Don't do that. That's crazy. All right? That's what some people do. They do abs, they do crunches or whatever. But if you're not mindful of what you put in your mouth, and then if you're not doing your cardio, which is going to help you shed the pounds, you're not going to see what you want to see in the first place. Let me see. And remember, you just said my next tip. Eating clean is a big key to seeing what you want to see, after your workout. Because as soon as you're done, you got to feed those muscles because they're hungry right then, okay? So be mindful of that. You need to feed them some protein, some amino acids, and go on about your business, and you'll be just fine. Don't forget to rest as well. A lot of people go work out and do everything they need to do and then stay up all night. And then you got to get up early in the morning, start all over again, and then you never catch up. Then finally, crash and boom, right? Don't do that to yourself. Make sure that you go get the rest that you need to get and that you're putting the things in you so that you can be productive. It's just like putting gas in your car. You don't want to put cheap gas in your car unless you have to, right? What'd you say? African food is all you can eat? Well, just to stay away from the white rice. Do better about, change that. Make it brown rice that you use when you eat your food. And also the sauces, not so much salt, things of that nature. I'm not sure how you cook with African food, but just be mindful of the rice. That's probably the biggest issue. And if you're, if things are, you have a lot of sweet things, the sugars, that'll get you around your waist too. So just be mindful of those things and you'll see something change around your waistline. Give it a month and then let me know how that works out for you. White flour, white sugar, and white rice. Okay? Fried foods are not going to help you have a smaller waistline. It is not going to work out. So be mindful of that as well. Just make better choices. Like I said, even if, you are eating African food, don't eat pizza. That's all I'm saying. Just don't do that. Because the white flour in any of those things, even, like I said, fried foods, the white flour that's used to cover, chicken, all that's going to sit right here. And you can do it if you want to. Anybody telling you not to do it, besides the fact that the grease is going to clog up your arteries. Yeah, it's going to, eventually stroke's going to happen. So get your mind wrapped around the fact that that's something that you need to let go of, or at least do less. A little bit of change is better than no change at all. So, just do that. You're very welcome. Let me see what else. Oh, when you're lifting your weights and you're doing your workout, squeeze at the top of every lift, okay? Just make sure you squeeze. Give that muscle a little bit more work and you'll see results a little bit faster. Also, learn from your mistakes. We already talked about that you need to start journaling with your food. Write your workout down. Write down what you've eaten. And then write down how it makes you feel. And then that way you'll be able to assess, a little bit better about how you need to change your workout to where you can get the most out of it, right? Or you need to change whatever you're eating so that you can do what you need to do. Let me see. Now, if you set a goal and you say, okay, I got to work out. I'm going to do chest. I'm going to do back. I'm going to do shoulders, right? 3 sets of 10. I got about 4 or 5 exercises I'm going to do with every muscle group or whatever. Finish all the reps. Don't be a person who goes, when you get to 9 and you only got 10 and you quit, that's crazy. Why would you do that to yourself? So what you're going to need to do is finish every rep so that in your mind, you know that whatever number you come up with, you can conquer that. You can do it. Because if you always quit when it's almost to the end of the rep, you're never going to finish the workout. And then what? You can always blame it on, well, I didn't set my goal properly. I didn't do whatever. Well, if you don't try to finish, you never will finish. So when you say you're giving yourself 10 reps of something to do, and you get to 7 and you start moaning and groaning like you get ready to quit. Now, if you said 15, at 10, you would have pushed through, right? Right. So what I always say is 12 to 15 reps or 10 to 12 reps. That way, if you can push past 10 and you can do 2 more, go ahead and do it. If you can push past 12 and do 3 more, go ahead and get that 15 out. So don't set the bar so low that you hit your head on it. But don't set it so high that you can't reach that goal. That's what you got to remember. Because once you do that, then you're frustrated. You don't want to go back to the gym. You're not going to see what you want to see. And then you're going to be like, oh, I'll just go some other time. Or I'll start over again next year. Or I'll start Monday, which is what everybody says. Which is crazy. Because you could just start today. Right? Anyway, when you go to the gym, ask questions. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there are people in there, you got to be mindful of who you ask the questions to. Because just because somebody's got a great body does not mean they can help you get yours great. Now, I've found that to be true 1,000 times because there's so many people in there who call themselves trainers who don't know what they're talking about. And what they're talking about applies to them. It ain't got nothing to do with you and your journey. So don't ask the wrong people questions thinking they're going to help you because they can't tell you what you need to do. You need to ask a professional. There's always usually somebody on duty or you just don't need to go when there's nobody on duty. And then, if that does not work for you, get yourself a trainer. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, get you a trainer. Let me see what else. Last but not least, remember there is a mind and muscle connection. And you need to concentrate on that. So when you're there, don't be distracted by the person who's coming in to work out in her sports bra. That's how she get down. Don't hate. Get yourself right to where you can do it too. You just stay in your lane, coast on down that line, and get your workout in. Get what you need to get from the gym and go ahead about your business. Okay? Now, if you need any more help, shoot me an inbox, shoot me a question. You know I'll help you out. If you need a real swift kick in your ass, you can get in my Right One Fitness Body by Veda group. We share recipes. We do I post workouts there. We actually do some real sharing in that group. So if you ain't ready to keep it real, don't get into my group. I don't want you in there. If you ain't gonna work out and you're not wanting anybody to hold you accountable for what you do and don't do, don't get in my group. You ain't gonna want to do that, because I will call you out. That's what you need to understand. So I just wanted to share some things with you as far as being a beginner, a new person that's, new to lifting, new to going to the gym. Get you some gloves. Get you some gloves, because it's flu season, it's sneezing going on. Get your gloves, wipe down everything before you get on it. Wipe it down after you get off of it, okay? Because the person that got on there before you may not have been as nice as you are, right? Remember, when you get on some equipment, say for instance, you're going and you're not using the free weights, you're going to the machines. Somebody was on there before you. It's inevitable. Somebody was always on there before you. Check the weight out before you just get on there and start pushing or crunching or pulling, right? Because it may not be the weight that you need. It may be a little bit too heavy, and you can risk injuring yourself if you're not careful. So be mindful of those little bitty things. Take you a water bottle. Take you something and put you some water in so it's readily available, so that every time you get through, you ain't got to get up and walk all the way across the gym to get some water, which is just another excuse to not do what you need to do, okay? So, again, this is Veda McNeal Wright, and I just had a few fitness tips. I want to thank you guys for joining me again. I don't just get on here because I like to hear myself talk or like to look at myself. I really want you guys to get this thing and get going on your fitness journeys so that you can, reach your goals a little bit faster, and that you can have a little bit more knowledge as far as when you walk in the door. Because if you look like you don't know anything, trust me, that gym's going to hit you straight up with the, do you need a trainer? What you need to realize, most of us know what we need to do to get right. We just need to get a swift kick to get started. And if you made a resolution, in order for you to maintain the integrity of that resolution, get your butt up. Go work out somewhere with somebody. If you need to be in a class, get in a class. If you need a personal trainer, get a personal trainer. Because let me tell you what you will do. We'll go spend money on clothes. We'll go spend money going to the club or to a concert. But you won't spend any money on getting yourself in shape so you can be 100% all the time. You won't do that. I'm not sure why that's the biggest issue in the world, but for most people, they feel guilty about going to the gym and, trying to do better for themselves. You can't feel guilty about putting yourself first. You need to actually, my friend Shawana Kennedy, friend her on Facebook, because, baby, she is a self-first advocate, and she will tell you how to put yourself first and not feel bad about it. Because if you don't put you first, you can't help everybody else, right? So you got to save yourself in order to help save the world. Because there's so much crazy stuff going on. Anybody that's doing anything positive is needed. So you should feel bad when you're not at 100% to where you can help or give or serve or whatever it is that you bring to the table, whatever it is your purpose is to share with the world. You should feel bad when you're not in the top, in your top form. You're not eating right. You're not moving like you need to. And you can, if you're an able-bodied person, yeah, and you're financially equipped to go get healthier food and you don't, that's crazy. So you just sitting around, not caring about yourself, waiting to what? Expire? That is nuts. So I hope that you guys learned something. And if you got any more questions, or if you need me, I do motivational fitness speaking. I will come to your church. I will come to your women's group. I will come to your office. Just inbox me. Get in touch with me, Veda McNeal Wright, Wright1Fitness@gmail. Wright One. Did I say that? Wright One. It is Wright1Fitness@gmail.com. Yeah, that's what it is. So if you need to get in touch with me for any reason at all, please feel free to inbox me or to give me a call. I will inbox you my number if you have a valid question or you need me for an event or anything of that nature. Don't forget about the Glow Party Wednesday, the 24th. If you are in town and you want to come work out with me, it is free. The flyer will be posted on my page, so I look forward to seeing you guys there. We are going to have such a good time, but we're going to work out. Yeah, it's a fitness party. The party is the part of, you know, the soca music and the reggae after that, but we still working out. So get your mind right when you come see me, so don't think we just gonna be in there just dancing, because we're gonna be dancing, but we're gonna be doing some squats while we dance, and we're gonna be doing some of everything. So I would love to see you guys again. That's the 24th, which is what, next Wednesday. So check out the flyer and go ahead and make sure you're gonna come hang out with your girl. Trust me, you're gonna leave drenched in sweat, but you're gonna be smiling the whole entire time. Um, so I'm gonna say goodbye now. Etoria, thank you for joining us. Johanna, I'm sorry, I'm about to go. Go back and check this out, because I gave you some tips when you're just getting started to lift, or just a beginner at the gym. Check it out. I think you might learn something. Thank you guys for hanging out with the girl. I appreciate all the love. Check me out at 6:30 on Thursdays and at 7 o'clock on Thursdays on the Larry Love Show. Peace and hair grease. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. I'm getting ready to go, though, honey. You're going to have to go back and look at this one, baby, because the Veda got to go. All right? I already did my workout, and I fueled up. It's probably about time for me to get some rest. But anyway, holla at your girl, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll be talking at you soon. Peace.